Hey friends, today we're going to be doing some work with asking and answering questions to demonstrate understanding of a text. Now, we are going to ask specific questions based on words that a text can provide us about a topic. For example, right now we are reading the text Deep Down and Other Extreme Places to Live. So I thought, what better way than to help you see how we can use some text features and words to learn about a topic than to explore some of the most extreme places to live here on Earth. The first one is called Death Valley, and that is located in California. This happens to be the hottest place on Earth. As I'm reading this little passage to you, what I would like you to do is to think of some words that might stick out in your brain that describe a hot climate. Okay, here we go. Located in the Mojave Desert in eastern California, Death Valley holds the record for the highest reliable recorded temperature in the Western Hemisphere, reaching a scorching 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Death Valley received its name during the notorious Californian gold rush of the 1840s, when people attempted to cross the valley to reach the gold fields, though only one death was ever recorded. Prior to the gold rush, Death Valley was home to the Tambisha tribe of Native Americans who have inhabited the valley for at least the past 1,000 years. At present, a small community still lives in a village at Furnish Creek. Death Valley is now home to the Death Valley National Park and a small population. So what words stuck out in your head as I read that paragraph to you, or those couple of paragraphs? As I was reading, the words that made me think of this place as being the hottest place on earth would be highest, scorching. Imagine a place being called Death Valley, and a furnace. When I think of a furnace, I think of a place that is super duper hot, like the inside of a furnace or a fireplace. We are going to go from the hottest place on earth to the coldest place on earth. Same thing, I would like you to think about words that key you into this place being the coldest. So words that are going to describe a cold climate or a cold atmosphere. Oymyakon is the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth, sitting just a few hundred miles south of the Arctic Circle in the desolate landscape of Siberia. Temperatures in the town have previously plummeted to a record low of negative 96.16 degrees. Previously, only a seasonal stop-off for reindeer herders, this remote village in the Sakha Republic is now permanently home to between 500 and 800 people. My goodness, could you imagine living almost negative 100 degrees? But life is not easy in Oymyakon, and living in the coldest town on earth certainly has its problems. Here, pen ink freezes, batteries lose power quickly, metal sticks to skin, spit freezes before it hits the ground, and lighting a bonfire beneath your fuel tank to prevent it from freezing is an everyday occurrence. If you're thinking of visiting Oymyakon, be prepared for birds falling from the sky as they freeze mid-flight. The coldest town on earth is certainly an extreme and fascinating place to call home. Wow, so many words stuck out to me during that passage. Some of the words that came to mind for me, of course, are words like coldest and freezing and freeze and extreme. The word extreme really makes me think and picture those Arctic conditions, those almost severe cold conditions, more than severe, I would say. Think about it. When it is freezing here, if we think freezing is anything that is below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, right? When it gets to be 32 degrees, it can snow if there's precipitation in the air. Can you just imagine it being negative 96 degrees? That means it is 96 degrees below zero. We're not even at zero yet. It would take 96 degrees to us to even hit 0 degrees. That is so cold. So the words, metal sticking to my skin. Imagine spit freezing before it hits the ground, right? Another one that I thought of, but I didn't highlight, was those birds falling from the sky, but I highlighted the word freeze. You could just imagine that, and it helps you to picture how cold it really is. Another few good words are desolate. If you think of desolate, it's kind of like something that is so hidden and almost nobody lives there, right? So there's between 500 and 800 people that live there, almost like an isolated area, right? You guys did a great job of reading through some of these passages with me, learning about some of the extreme places to live on Earth, which go along with our story, deep down, and other extreme places to live that we're learning about this week, and how some of these key words we can ask and answer some questions that might come to our mind as we're reading about these places. Good luck today, friends. Great job.